Digital photography has, I guess, influenced me a little bit because it's putting pressure on me for my commercial work to change. I still haven't used digital photography yet in my work. My documentary stuff that I'm doing in and around Sydney in Australia is film, and I will always shoot film.
Well, in my personal work I still use film because it gives me a lot more flexibility in terms of the size of prints I want to do and the quality I want to achieve. I can use certain films for certain qualities, whereas digital is perfect for the newspapers because you need to be able to work quickly and file quickly, and the stock that they're printed on doesn't need, the same quality that you can get out of film. So that helps me also define a very clear distinction between my work and my personal work.
In the digital era, the cameras are heavier. There's much more work to be done, as in post-production. There's less magic. I feel magic when I'm putting film into a camera, when I'm in the darkroom under a red safe light and seeing the image coming up in the developer. That's magic to me.
I have a theory, my own theory, that I relate to music, and it's like the argument between digital and analog. Like, I still use albums for my music, and I guess a lot of people that are really into music would say probably the same thing. Digital, you can see something and know it's digital. You're not working with grain, you're working with squares of colour.
In terms of my preference to black and white or colour, each one has their own place. Sometimes a colour can, in a subtle story, can actually distract the viewer, and you want the emphasis to be on the subject rather than the distractions.
I prefer colour, and I enjoy the reality of colour. I don't like bringing things out of colour and making them into something else. I'm motivated, I think, by looking back at where we are now as an old person and wanting to have that as a document, having the place in which we live in now being shown to other people, and so that there's a good record of that.
My motivation in taking photographs, it's rather like a diary. I just like to pay homage to those things that I'm struck by in my day, so that at the end of the day I've got something to show for my time. It's my way of expressing my experience and regard of life.
I guess what motivates me in my own photography is giving people, I guess, a moment of pause to consider their society, all the surrounds they live in.
The real influences on my work and what I photograph and how I photograph, in reality it's not other photographers, but it's the rhythm of everyday life and the people I meet, the stories I hear, the things that sort of hit me right here on an emotional level. Those are the things that inspire me and shape my work.
I like that you have to treat every moment as newly born and almost be childlike, so that you're looking upon it as though you never looked upon it before. So it's a meditation in that way. It's like being in the present. Now I want to be led more and more so that the picture almost makes itself. So in a way I get out of the way and let the picture just form. Yeah?